Parenting is in a lot of ways like planting a garden. Have you heard of that before? We could envision parenting as every interaction, every hug, and every moment of comfort being a seed, and the way we nurture these seeds determining how deeply their roots grow. At the heart of this analogy is the concept of attachment styles, okay? And this is really an important concept for your child, maybe one of the most important ones. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Marie-Eve. I'm a professional parenting coach. I've been an expert in peaceful parenting for more than 15 years on the web now. And today I'm guiding you towards being the best parent you can be for your child. What's really important is that you build the attachment style of secure attachment. Attachment styles to your child is the bond that is between you. And for your child to be really building all his potentials is that you have to have a secure attachment with your little one. The scientist that came up with this theory is John Bowlby, and he was a scientist that just observed that the relation we have with a child is what builds the child. And his colleague, Mary Hensworth, she built on that, and she found that we have, like humans have 4 types of attachment, and 3 are really harmful to the child, but 1 is really good. And this attachment is secure attachment. So what is secure attachment? It's the gold standard in parenting. It develops when a caregiver is constantly reliable, when they are attuned to their child's need and they respond to their needs. It's like a steady rhythm of a heartbeat. We're always there, we respond to them. Think of it as the foundation for emotional resilience and healthy relationships. Little humans with this attachment style grow up to be confident explorers of the world, mature adults who trust easily and form strong bonds. So remarkably, about 60% of children are having a secure attachment. So it's very good, okay? But to build that, every parent has to have a lot of quality and quantity time with their child. That means at least a few hours a day. And as a mom to young twins, like 15 years ago, now 16 years ago, I was really trying hard my best to be really there for them. So I became a stay-at-home mom, and I spent time with each of them because they tend to attach, multiples tend to attach to each other. And so I would spend a lot of time. And with our 5 children now, I do my best to spend separate time with each one of them as well to build the strong attachment bond that is needed. The second attachment style is the anxious attachment. And so this is not good because it builds when someone is not really consistent in their care. When a parent is not consistent, when one day it's hot, it's warm, but the other day it's like, go away, I don't need you, and it's distant, the child just is like on moving sand, and the child doesn't know what to do, how to attach. So some children tend to really anxiously attach, like a Velcro to a parent. It's the children that you will see on the playgrounds that they don't want to know any, they don't want to go play with the toys. They stay for hours next to their parents, so they're anxiously attached. They feel threatened by everything. They're anxious about everything. They anticipate the worst, and also they feel like they are going to be abandoned, so they don't want to let go of their parents. The avoidant attachment is when a child decides that, okay, my parent is not reliable. Maybe the parent is like distant themselves, don't know because maybe the parent tries his best, but the parent is sick or there's something in their life, they're working too much. So the child just builds a wall and decides that he's on his own, he's independent. So he's becoming avoidant. But the thing is, underneath all this, there's a lot of anxiety and stress, and adverse childhood studies have shown that it's really bad for health in the long term. It can develop in a lot of health problems and everything, like heart problems, cancers, and stuff like that. So really, there's stuff to do when you see something like that happening with your child or with someone else. You have to spend more time to rebond. So about 15% of youngsters have this attachment style. Like they're going to lock their heart away, and you can see that in adults as well, so they don't get hurt and reactivate this old wound again. So the last one is the disorganized attachment, and this one is like when you are both an avoidant and an anxious, and this can develop because there was a trauma, there was stress. So the parent could give love, but stress as well and distress. So the parents don't, the child is really lost at sea. He becomes like, he has no tools, and it really like it boggles him. It is a mess. So 5 to 10% of children have this attachment style, and it can cast long shadows on their emotional and behavioral health. So disorganized attachment is linked to emotional dysregulation and behavioral challenges. Why understanding attachment style matters so much. Knowing about this attachment is going to tell you first if your child is securely attached and if you feel your child is not. So now you have like the awareness to work on it, and you can work on it. There are tools to work on it. You can, if your child is still young, like under 7, you or more, maybe more, you can try co-sleeping if it's still something you want to do. You can try baby wearing. You can spend a lot and invest a lot of time, maybe leave work at home, stay at home, something like that. All the attachment parenting practices, you can work on that. If you see that your tween or your teenager start to become like all this trouble attachment, so it's time, they're becoming attached maybe to their peers, it's a big red flag. No, you need to spend time with your child again, okay? And become the primary attachment, because that's what they really need, in fact. By understanding these attachment styles, you can create a home where your child feels safe, seen, and loved, a place where secure attachment takes root and flourishes, okay? So it's worth the investment in so many considerable ways. So if you want to dig deeper into those concepts, just visit my website at immomming.com, and the link is in the description, and you can access this article, other videos, other resources to help you deepen that bond. And also we have a newsletter that is a continuing masterclass, so you can get all of this here. And also make sure you watch the other videos on the channel. So I hope it helps you a little bit to know if your child is securely attached and what to do with that. And as well, we have like a lot of research on peaceful parenting, gentle parenting, love parenting, whatever you want to call it, positive parenting, so you can have the best relationship with your child, because it really matters. And a quote I just saw is that if you believe in God, you cannot bring any possessions like in the afterlife. You can only bring the people you love with you. You're gonna meet them there. So it's a strong, like for me, a quote, a strong motivator to like spend time with our loved one and be really there for them. That's what matters in this life. So I hope it inspires you too, and take really good care of yourself and your family, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.